Ready to open the hood? Usetool for the tutorials.
And for car parts, the right idea is the Mr. Auto app.
You will find the bulk brake discs and pads used in the video exclusively on the Mr. Auto website and through the link in the description. Turn your engine off, pull up the handbrake, pull on the bonnet release lever, and open the bonnet. Open the brake fluid reservoir. Loosen the stud bolts on the front wheels. To change the discs and brake pads on your vehicle, you'll need to remove the wheels to gain full access. Lift the front of the vehicle. Place the vehicle on the axle stands. We strongly suggest watching our tutorial, raising your C3 safely, before carrying out this step. You will then be able to take off the wheels. Don't forget to slide them under the vehicle. To unblock the disc, insert a thin flathead screwdriver that can slip in between the two sides of the disc. Using a T30 Torx socket, undo the two screws that hold the disc. Withdraw the screwdriver. Be careful, the socket is fragile. It is particularly important to push the bit deep down into its slot. You can use a hammer to help you. Turn the disc outwards. This will facilitate the process. Insert a flathead screwdriver to the outer extremity of the oblong hole located on the front of the brake caliper. Lift it off using the screwdriver as a lever by pulling it towards you. This will then push the piston in. Tips: attach a piece of electrical cable or a piece of string to one of the coils on the suspension spring. Using a 13mm spanner, release the two slide pins. Sometimes you have to stop the lock nut from turning by holding it with your fingers or with a 19mm spanner. Finish unscrewing by hand. Remove the caliper. To avoid damaging the brake hose, attach it to the suspension using a cable you have already attached. You need to check the proper sliding of the slide pins and the condition of the protective rubbers. If they show evidence of wear, it is advisable to replace them with new ones. Remove the pads. You can slip them off by pushing them away from the disc. You can use a screwdriver to help you. With a flathead screwdriver, remove the noise-dampening shims. Using a socket wrench and a T55 Torx socket, loosen the two screws that fasten the brake caliper mount. Depending on the state of the bolts on the brake caliper mount, it may be necessary to use a hammer to loosen them. Finish unscrewing by hand. Take off the brake caliper mount. Sometimes the disc may get stuck on the hub. If this happens, use a hammer to remove it. Finally, remove the disc. Clean the hub with a wire brush and brake cleaner. You will find the bulk parts and products used in the video on the Mr. Auto website and in the link in the description. Take the new brake disc. Before installing the new disc, it is vital to clean it using brake cleaner and paper towels to take off the storage paraffin. If your new disc is painted, you can place it directly onto the wheel hub. Install the new disc and screw the two fastening screws as much as possible. Using a wire brush, clean the brake caliper mount around the area where the pads will be placed. This will facilitate their installation. Apply Threadlocker to the two screws. Put the brake caliper mount back on, screwing by hand to begin with. and finishing with a socket wrench and a T55 Torx socket to fix it completely. Finish off the tightening with a torque wrench. Place the noise dampening shims on the caliper. Take the new brake pads. Coat the end of the new pads with copper grease. Insert the new pads into the caliper mount, sliding them into place. Take the caliper. Put the piston back. For this movement, you must have a brake caliper win-back tool. Put the brake caliper back in place and screw in the slide pins. Don't forget to use the new screws that come with the pack, as they have been pre-coated with thread locking fluid. Finish off the tightening with a torque wrench. Don't forget to withdraw the electric cable or string that you attached to hold the caliper. Clean both sides of the disc with brake cleaner and a piece of tissue to remove the grease deposited when installing the new pads. You can now repeat the operation on the other side. Then you will be able to put the wheels back on your vehicle. Put your car back on the ground. And block the wheels securely. Before starting your car, don't forget to screw the brake fluid stopper back in. Be careful. Before using your vehicle again, start your car and pump the brake pedal a few times to bring the brake pads together again. Try to drive smoothly and avoid sudden braking for the first 50 kilometers or so to avoid glazing the new pads. Operation completed.